What's good people? It's your boy K to the A back again with another video, and today we're discussing how I edit my Instagram pictures. No intro needed, but we're going to jump straight into the screen record. Of course, if you aren't already, make sure to be following me on Instagram on its_KA_. And in all honesty, I don't really have a theme per se for my pictures, but I do kind of like that grey looking image. My latest picture obviously is a little bit more black and white, a little bit less saturation. But that being said, yeah, obviously a lot of people probably don't know, other than my love for trainers, working full time, I do actually take pictures on the side as well. Thanks COVID for obviously slowing that down a bit, but we still move, you don't know. And yeah, all I'm going to do is I'm simply just going to take you through what I do when it comes to editing pictures, specifically on the Lightroom mobile application. All right, so that being said, make sure obviously that you've got Lightroom downloaded onto your phone. So I'm going to nice and easy go into the Lightroom application here. I'm already in my Me pictures, and as you can see here, pretty much I've just got a whole bunch of different pictures that I just saved on the phone. So obviously whenever I'm ready to start editing something, then obviously I can do that as well. But what we're going to focus on today is, one, what's the easiest way to grey out backgrounds of pictures. So I'll show you the simplest way that you can do that. And then the second one is using presets, which I actually use just because of obviously the free time. We're just playing around with Lightroom and I end up saving them, and yeah, they're presets there. So let me know actually if you want me to either give away some of these presets, maybe sell some of these presets. I'm not in it necessarily for them making money, but if you guys obviously want the presets, then maybe I can add a little commission on there, whatever. But yeah, let me know. So what we'll do is we'll start with a super simple picture. So I'm actually going to pick this one here that's got my Air Jordan. So let's find a good one yet. So this one here probably could be a good one. So what we're going to do is basically go, as mentioned, go from the picture having a bit of color, like you can see here. So this is the before. And then we're going to go to the after, so it's a bit more grayed out background, a bit more uniform, and hopefully the color of the trainers actually stands out a bit more. Yep. All right, so the easiest way, at the very bottom, obviously you've got your dashboard, all your icons for all your actions. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to delete all of the adjustments, and I'm going to start completely from scratch. Yeah. So the first thing that I always do when it comes to editing a picture is the crop. So I know that on Instagram it needs to be 4:5 aspect ratio, because that's what's going to give you the most screen retail on somebody's phone, and also just aesthetically it just looks good because it's a lot more larger picture and can get a bit more obviously into the scene as well. So that's the first thing that I always do. So just put that into a nice position where I want it. I can zoom it in, I can zoom it out, whatever preference we want to do there. So nice and easy. I'm just going to click on OK, because that's pretty much already done anyway. Now, the second thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click on auto, believe it or not, because I'm going to see what the image is going to give me. And you can see straight away, as soon as I click on auto, it actually gives me a little bit of a better contrasted picture straight away from that. So I'll use it as maybe my base. I can see there's obviously a bit more color. So again, you can see like when I look at the before, it's a little bit maybe a bit more softer. As I obviously let go and let's see the after, you can see it's added a bit of contrast to that image as well. All right, so now the main thing to get the gray background, one of the easiest ways to do this is actually to use the selective tool. And then when you click on selective on the bottom left, you can then see it will give you the options if you want to control the light, the color, the effects, the detail, and the optics. So the first thing that obviously we want to influence or change is obviously the light. So on the top left hand side, click on your blue plus sign. You can choose obviously your different brush icons. And all I'm actually going to do is I'm going to choose the square icon, so I can actually control the whole image. So I'm going to populate the square over the whole image here. And then I'm going to go into my color, and I'm going to desaturate the whole image. Yeah. All right. So now that's made the whole image go black and white, take out the color, whatever you want to call it. It's taking out the whole color. Now, all I'm simply going to do is I'm going to go back to my selective tool, click on the square icon where I've already edited it, And this time, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on my eraser tool, and I'm just going to simply erase where I want there to be color. So you see that there, nice and easy. All I'm doing is I'm using my finger. This is literally a rough edit. So I'm literally using my finger to edit in. Obviously, I've got the shoe in the background there as well. So obviously I might want to zoom in, just quickly just cover that as well. So you can see it's bringing back the color. And yeah, nice and easy. That's all we need to do really. So you can go in as much detail as you want. But yeah, super simple method. And we can see that's pretty much all right. So if I just click on the save icon there on the bottom right, and there you have it. Nice and easy. We've taken the color in and we've taken the color out, and we've got a nice gray background. So that's probably the easiest way to do it for me personally that I found. Because yeah, literally all you're doing is using the selective tool in the bottom left, choosing obviously your icon that you want to use. I use the square one, cover the whole image, and then just simply use the eraser tool to take that away, to give us obviously the color back in the shoe as well. All right, cool. So second edit that I like to do once I've obviously got the gray background is actually now going into the detail of the shoe. So detail is obviously where you want to sharpen your image, if you want it to be a bit more crisp. Obviously, ideally, if you're using a DSLR, that's going to be the ideal scenario. So obviously you don't want it to be too over sharpened, but at the same time, you can see here as I'm scrolling across, sharpening is not really making that much of a difference. Especially when it comes to Instagram, really, they're gonna make the quality go a little bit less anyway. So it's probably just easier to just have it maybe around 40, 58. That's where I normally have it in terms of that regard. And then the last thing I like to also do is maybe add a bit of clarity. Again, this kind of sharpens the image, but you can see here it's kind of adding a bit of texture to also the jogging bottoms there. Again, obviously you don't want to necessarily have too much of that, so normally probably go about +10, between +10, +20. And funny enough, I actually also bring down my texture a little bit as well. So you can see if I bring it all the way down, it almost softens the image completely. But again, it's completely up to your preference. At the end of the day, editing is all based on your own perspective. So what I like can be something different, obviously, to what you like. So far as you stay in your own lane, then you're all good to go and you enjoy it, man. Yeah. So after that, I'm pretty much happy with that image. So let me know if you like that. Give me any comments. But again, that's the easiest way to get a grey background for your images. All right, cool. So now if we go back into our pictures, the second thing that I'm going to show you is obviously how to get a nice, I don't even know necessarily how to call it, but how to get a nice image, black and white as well. So I think, which was the one that I used? I believe it was this one here. Yeah. So this is one of my latest Instagram pictures. So you can see it actually goes from a more warm picture to a bit more uniform, a bit more white, and then obviously the main focus in the middle being obviously the family. So what I did to get this picture is actually use my presets. So again, if I just reset this completely, all of my adjustments. So again, the first thing that I did was apply my crop. So go into the crop here, bottom left hand side, choose the 4:5 because I know that's what's going to be for Instagram. But on this image, I actually want it a bit more closer because obviously we're a little bit further away. So I'm just going to just drag that in there and move it around a bit. So let's get that nice and centered there. All right, perfect. And then from there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to find my presets on the system, click on presets, and then I've actually got quite a few as mentioned. So you can see these are all of my presets. So subtle rose gold is actually what I use quite a bit for weddings at the minute. Whack, which is basically what I call black and white, but I basically mixed it together to just call it whack. I've just got random names in reality here. Click onto Insta. Nice name there. And yeah, you can see pretty much it'll give me the exact same image that we had before. All you'll need to do from here pretty much is just adjust the lighting, really. That's what the main thing that presets are there for. It's there to get you to a certain level that you know that you always want to start from, let's say a good foundation, and then obviously apply your light as well. So I pretty much did the same actions to get the grey background, but the most important thing in terms of when you want a certain preset or a certain theme on your images is really affecting or changing the color on the actual image. What probably a lot of people don't realize is that in Lightroom Mobile, you've got full control over each color in the image itself. So when I click on the color icon, I can firstly change obviously the white balance, which again typically you can use auto. You can see it made the image a little bit more darker there. So I can again click on auto to see where it pushes me to. Again, I like the auto. I can just use that as my foundation and maybe make it a little bit warmer, a little bit more cool. But again, I'm just going to go a little bit into the middle there, make it a little bit more white. So just obviously go a little bit cooler on that image there. And then what you then really want to do is on the top right hand side of this box, you've got a mix icon. And it's in this mix icon that you can then start to remove certain colors directly from that image. So for example, you can see the green plant there on the right hand side. All I need to do is click on my green color, and then you can see I can literally control that specific color in the image. Yeah. So if I wanted it a bit more brighter, obviously I can increase the saturation. So that's mainly going to be controlling the color or how vivid that color is, if you can say. And then also your luminance is going to control like the darkness of the image, if that's the best way of putting it. But yeah, obviously you want it to be like a light airy feel, so obviously you can push it a little bit more to the whiter side. Alternatively, if you're happy for it to be a bit more darker forest green. But this is what really is going to separate you in terms of editing images using either just that grey background that I used earlier, so the simpler method, or alternatively whether it's going to be deciding that you're going to control each color individually as well. So obviously our skin tones is a bit more orangey red in that regard. So again, you can see here, if I push that up, push that down. But also because our carpets are actually fairly orange as well, it's actually, you can see it's controlling that aspect as well. So kills again, what you want to do is simply just move around the color icon. Obviously you can bring up the saturation. And all I did to pretty much get like a nice white background was to just put my saturations for my yellows and my oranges specifically all the way down, because then obviously that's going to give me a white neutral balance and obviously take out any color whatsoever. So that's what gives you going from the yellow warm a bit to obviously the nice white background in there as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much how I edit my images. So if you want like more detail, if you want the presets, let me know in the comment section down below. I hope this video is useful. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we start to be a bit more active as well on the channel. And yeah, let me know if you like the stuff. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want more. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see you soon. Peace.